Howdy everyone, this is LockNutz.
And Taz.
And you're watching episode 9 of the Teaming Up series on Adelshoven. Hopefully you'll stick around to see what happens. Howdy, 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 how are you guys doing? We're out here rocking and rolling, Taz and myself, buddies, pals, rocking and rolling, doing a little bit of farming, ripping up the land, ripping up our grass field? Yeah, you betcha, we're taking and ripping up the grass field. Taz and I were talking, and we kind of started doing this on a couple of our other things that we're doing here, and we kind of decided the same thing. When it comes to grass fields, pretty much, you know, you can make an absolute ton of money off of them if you're going ahead and selling everything, and you're taking your hay or you're taking your silage and you're getting rid of it. But if you're just using it strictly for your animals, you make way more grass than you absolutely need for all of your animals. So what Taz and I are doing here is we're plowing underneath or cultivating underneath our grass field here, and we're going to plant something for a couple cycles. Maybe one cycle we'll go ahead and do, I don't know, beets. Who knows? Maybe we'll do sugar beets. You never know. It could happen. We do sugar beets one time, and then after that we got to plant grass and do grass a couple times in order to, you know, get some more silage, get some more hay, whatever it ends up coming down to. But other than that, we're just making more than we can absolutely use. So the thought process is we don't need this as a grass field. We already have enough for what we're doing, or at least pretty much enough for what we're doing. Let's go ahead and try and utilize that and plant something else for the time being. Like I said, we've gone ahead and done this on a couple other things, and it's nice. It's a good way to keep yourself going, keep yourself rocking and rolling. If you're not planning on selling the grass. If you want to go ahead and sell the grass, well, this is just silly what we're doing. But we figure we're not on here necessarily to make money and do all that. It's more or less to be out here to work together to do these things. Speaking of making money, you may or may not notice, our last episode was a couple weeks ago, but we have a little bit more money. See, Taz is a curious fellow, and he gets these things, these little, just bug him, just bug the heck out of him. And our curious Taz that lets things bug him decided that he needed to collect all of the collectibles on this map. So we are sitting on a boatload of money. He doesn't have, we didn't get all of them yet. I actually haven't. See, when you're playing in multiplayer, you don't get the stats to be able to see how much of what's left or anything like that. So I'll end up having to start this up in a single player game to see how many are actually left. Taz thinks there's about one left. You think there's like one or two left, Taz, and that's about it?
Yeah, it's impossible.
Yeah, I mean, we're right there. But it was just one of them things that just was bugging the heck out of him. So, you know what? Taz's curiosity has not killed the cat, has not killed the Taz. It has made us a bundle of money, and that's a treat. Oh, man. So now we have all this cash. What do we do with it? Do we buy some land? Do we invest in some more equipment? Do we go ahead and get some more production facilities? What is it that we want to go ahead and do with this? Myself personally, Taz, I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue. Do you have any idea what you'd want to do with the money here?
For the starters, we can buy maybe a bag or two of chicken feed and get some chickens.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Going.
We could go about doing that. Because
just to get started till we harvest ours.
Yes, exactly. We were kind of talking about this as we got back on the map and we're looking at things, and You know, how do we want to move forward? What do we want to do here with this? And we've seen the chicken coop. It's like the very first field that we did something with was that little tiny one next to the farm for wheat, and it's still not ready to harvest. The whole purpose of that was so that we could go ahead and get chickens, get chicken food, however you want to look at it. And it's not done. It's just not done. We are chickenless. It's terrible, and I'm a little sad by this. But you know what? I'll get over it. But actually, that's not a bad idea to go ahead, Taz, and buy a couple bags of chicken feed. We can get the chickens right now, and that should be okay. It's December right now. I can only guess that pretty soon here we're going to be able to harvest within a month or so. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Let's keep this going on here. So as for, oh my gosh, just smashed right into me. So as for timing, when does this episode come out? What's going on in the world? What's happening? Well, in Farm Sim world, the most recent development that we had has been the Pumps and Hoses pack has just come out not that long ago. What was it, Taz? A day or two ago, or was it? When was that actually came out?
Tuesday.
It was Tuesday? Okay.
Yeah.
So Tuesday, Saturday now, a couple days after, so people have had an opportunity to rock and roll with it. Taz, by good fortune, has that particular thing. I have not gotten it yet. I don't know if we're going to go ahead and jump onto that and use that, demonstrate it, or anything like that. Not too sure as of this moment, but we'll see. We'll see where everything... Hey, Taz.
Yeah. Whoops.
Whoops. I found one. All right, let's put this over here so we can find it.
It's a collectible.
There you go. It's the collectible. I found one. Yes. So I guess with that kind of all being said, after letting you know, oops, shoot, sorry, my bad.
Oops.
I forgot I got a much tighter turning radius on this thing. With that being said, Taz, do you have
I tried
any...
to make it look neat, but...
it's okay. It would have been cool if we could have turned at the same rate, but I screwed it up and have a vehicle that has not crab turning, but all-wheel turning. I guess I could turn it off, and then we could be cool together, but I guess that'll wait for now. So, since we're going ahead and plowing this under, do you have any particular crop that you'd like to go ahead and do on this field?
From the top of my mind, no.
No? Okay.
You're gonna have to take a look what we have and what we need.
I've got an idea of a couple mods. I don't think the mods are on here right now, but I was thinking maybe what might be kind of neat is to do a little bit of either potatoes or sugar beets. Now, not with any of the big dog harvesters or anything like that, but maybe something a little bit smaller, something a little bit more compact, something that's definitely going to require teamwork to go ahead and make it happen. I don't know. That might sound like it'd be...
With potatoes when Grimme pack?
Maybe that. That's a possibility. We could even do the bagging of the potatoes too. Sorting,
yeah.
bagging, all that jazz. For whichever one that one is. I'm drawing a blank on that particular pack that's available for that. But that's something that we could go ahead and do. I don't know. I just think it'd be kind of neat. I normally... Well, when I say normally, I mean I really normally just don't like doing potatoes at all. I've kind of gotten sick of them. Could you actually set that in my weight?
At least on the top. Like that.
Oh, oops.
Nope.
Nope. That was worth a shot.
Not happening.
Well, I won't ask questions if you won't.
Let's see if that's gonna drop.
I think if you just think graceful thoughts, it might work. I think it's coming down soon. I think this hill is going to be the end of it. Up, 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 up. Here, save it, save it. Oh, shoot.
Yep.
Shoot. All right. Let's get this up the hill, because otherwise I'm struggling. So that might be a way to go about doing this. I don't know about you guys, but when it does come to doing sugar beets and it does come to doing potatoes, we all know that they're very time consuming. Sugar cane's the exact same way, but there's really not much we can do for that that's on a cheaper scale. So I don't know. I don't think sugar cane's the right move, but maybe potatoes or sugar beets might not be a bad idea. Because let's face it, it's horrible. It's horrible playing with a lot of the in-game stuff and a lot of the things that just makes it hard. Let's face it, just makes it hard. Unless you have some of the nice mods that you have, like a 10-meter harvest width or anything like that, where you can really make it efficient. All of it's kind of a pain. But I definitely think that would be something to go about doing here on this field that would definitely demonstrate teamwork. And for some reason, I think that might be something that we're looking to do here. I don't know. I just got this hunch. So I guess what Taz and I will go ahead, talk it over, see what we want to go about doing, how we want to go about doing it, and mainly look for the mods that we need to get. And when we figure out what we're doing, we'll swing back in and make sure you get to see what we come up with.
Like production plot, or maybe just another set for something we want to set aside.
Yeah, I mean, because as much as I enjoy using the Omatana stuff, we've done a bunch of that stuff already. It'd be kind of nice
to get a production for potatoes from Mock-Up.
Okay.
But it has more recipes.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I was getting at. Is just keep doing the same thing over and over again. It'd be neat to do something a little different. That's right, I forgot we got to get out here. Oops. I heard a Bella. Let's see, where is it? There it is. You want to toss it up to me? I'll catch it. Alright, I'll catch it. Well, I don't have hands, so I guess I can't catch it. Perfect. A little rebel?
That kind of work.
Little rebel, we found your buddies. Alright, I'm stuck. Ladder away. Booyah. One thing down.
Got this.
Yeah, I figured I could let people know that we've decided we went and we're going to actually buy some chicken feed. We kind of talked about it a little bit. We got all the mods on that we're going to do for doing potatoes, but we realized that, or I should say Taz realized that we needed to have a weight because the chicken food wasn't going to fit in here. And it'd be nice if somebody had some intimate knowledge on how this weight worked and wouldn't try and hook it up backwards. Oh, man. I tell you what, Taz, to me, that made it absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
Well, I can imagine. Well, that shows that we all making mistakes.
Oh, yeah, exactly. We all make mistakes. And like I said, we're going to head up there, we're going to grab some of the chicken food, and we're going to go ahead and get a handful of chickens. We're not going to get too many. The chicken coop that we got, I'll have to get the information for you. It is a mod, so make a note of that here. That way we can make sure I can get that stuff in the description down below. But it doesn't hold a lot of chickens. I think it only holds 80 chickens. Yes, it does hold 80 chickens, and it holds 750 liters of food. Not a whole lot. Now, I don't know if that's going to change when you get more chickens in there or whatnot. I don't think so. I don't think it fluctuates like that. But that's kind of the general idea. We'll go out there, we'll start getting some chickens, And then we'll possibly start looking at buying some of the stuff for doing potatoes. Now, one of the things Taz brought up, and I don't remember if it was right here or if it was talking about beforehand, but what we're going to be able to do here is we have the what is that called? The garden, the little outdoor garden, the open garden that we have. That has potatoes too.
Garden.
What was that?
Open air garden.
The open air garden. Thank you. I couldn't remember what it was. We can go ahead and use.
You got it right.
I got it right. Yes, there's a win for me.
I think so.
We'll use the potatoes from that.
A little rough.
That's okay. But you know what? At least we're comfy in there. I look absolutely squished, but that's okay. I wouldn't worry about that. My arm's actually inside your arm. I mean, it's some sort of morphin thing we got going on, but I wouldn't worry about that. But yeah, we'll go out there. We'll get our chickens ready to rock, ready to roll, and we'll start looking at what we're going to need for doing potatoes. Now, Taz and I kind of talked, and I think we're going to do a little bit more basic. Instead of having a harvester that will go ahead and harvest everything and put it in the tank and take it off, I think we're going to go ahead and do it where we dig the potatoes up and the potatoes lay on the ground. And then at that point, we have to collect them, gather them, and make the magic happen with potatoes. It's time consuming. It's incredibly annoying, especially if you have a larger field. And the good news is we're going to do it together. I think that is the best news of all best news is when it comes to that. So hang tight for just a second. We'll get up here and then we'll talk about chickens. All right, so here we go.
Let's see if I can make it without making a mess and breaking the roof.
I got faith in you. Now, can we go ahead and put this in here when we don't have chickens in here yet?
We should. Left position better.
Yeah, we'll get that in a little bit different position. So what did you want to do for chickens, Taz? I know we kind of talked about it, but what'd you want to do? Did you want to go with a mix, or did you want to go with just one age, or how'd you want to do it?
I guess let's go with the mix.
The mix? Okay. Oh, there you go. Filling it up.
Irregular's quite close.
Perfect. Did you look at that? Did you look at that wheat? It's like the size of a fist. All right. Okay, so we'll go with a little bit of a mix. Did you want to go 10 and 10, or do you want to go for a different combination?
Let's go 10 and 10.
10 and 10? Okay, buy. There we go. 10. Click on that. Buy. And then one rooster. Although, do roosters even do much of anything here?
I have no idea.
I'm paranoid.
But usually I don't get those.
And you get eggs?
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, nope. They liven up the chicken coop. So we'll just wait for right now and see what ends up happening with all this.
And
so there we go.
Of course, the help from the giants doesn't say anything about roosters.
Yeah. Normally, you kind of need roosters. I'm just saying. You need roosters to make the magic happen in there. But either way, there we go. We got our chickens. Now, Taz, what did you want to go ahead and do for doing potatoes for planting? Did you have a specific planter in mind that you wanted to grab?
Let's check what we have on the Grimme pack.
Okay, let's go ahead and see here.
Okay, the question goes if you want to have fertilizer with it or not.
Okay, so we got some rippers here. Got a couple different planters right there. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying with fertilizer or not. I don't necessarily think we need to have fertilizer because we can do that after the fact. But I guess it doesn't really matter. It looks like it's the exact same planter, just one has
just
the fertilizer tank on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's go with the simple one without fertilizer.
Okay, sounds good. Did you want to grab them or do you want me to?
You take.
Okay, I'll go ahead and get them then.
Oh, those are the hose.
There we go. I think I bought 2.
In the pack and are not very pricey.
No, we may be something we look at later on.
But 6-meter one requires 140 horsepower.
Ooh, yeah.
If you look for getting on the server for multiplayer.
Yeah, that might be something that we can go ahead and look at doing here. So
Well,
guys, like,
we're gonna be able to use some of the potatoes from the open air garden
oh, where are you going?
for planting. And just trying to look if that's the shorter path or not.
Okay.
I think that it might be pretty much the same.
Lengthwise, we'll find out. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what we want to do for that. Obviously, the planters will get out there. We'll plant with those. As for harvesting, though, there's a couple different options there. I think we can go ahead and use. I think it's going to be kind of neat. I honestly, I've seen this pack a couple different times, and what we're actually using here. Let me make sure I get you the right information. It's the Grimme, however you want to say it, pack by Pepe 978. It's 124.96 megabytes to download. It's for PC only, though, so I do apologize for that. There's another little pack that we're going to be probably looking at here, which is cross-platform, and I'll talk about that in a little bit, but for the time being, this is where we'll kind of focus our efforts for going ahead and doing the things we got to do. We'll see. I'm kind of curious about this to see. I've only planted potatoes by myself before. I've never really planted potatoes or done any real potato work with anybody else. It's only just been myself. Have you, Taz, ever worked together with somebody when you have to screw around with potatoes, or is this the first time?
It's gonna be the first time.
Well, hot dog. How about that? Oh, look at that. I win. All right, let's see.
Yeah, definitely took the longer way.
All right. Well, you know what I probably can do, Taz? Oh, there you are. I see you coming. I'm going to move this out so you don't have try it back into that location.
I think I haven't done any potatoes on the game yet.
Oh, really?
When Amatana's open air garden.
I'm trying to remember. I think I've only done a little bit of potatoes, and that was when we had one of our servers up and running. I think it was on Riverview Farms by Cavalier Roy. I had bought a field that had potatoes in it, so I'm like, all right, well, you know what? I bought this field. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do potatoes. Actually, it was 2 fields. It was about a 4-hour project to harvest all of the potatoes. It was a lot of fun, let me tell you. But that was the only taste I ever had of doing potatoes on 19. I haven't got to use any of this equipment. I haven't got to use some of the smaller mods that are available. So I personally would be a little bit excited about that. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at with this. We're going to try new things. We'll catch you guys out in the field. Oh, yeah. I smell something, Taz. I smell the beginning of Potato Land 2.0. No, not even close. Yeah, so we got this up and rocking. Ooh, looks like I may have missed some stuff here. We got this up and rocking. As you can see, guys, this is not super wide at all. Missed a little spot right there. But this is going to be neat.
You know, I think we're gonna have to add another mod.
Yeah? Which
You
mod?
know that one from yours, which makes potatoes and other crop do not require for rolling.
Ooh, yeah. Is that still... we didn't put that one on here? Yeah, we'll end up having to do that.
Let's see.
Yeah, that was a good mod.
Oh, I think we have added in.
Okay, I'll make sure. I think I may have put that on the last episode, but I'll make sure it gets put on here again. The mod that requires you not to have to roll crops that don't need to be rolled, like potatoes. They don't need to be rolled because it's potatoes. There, you plant them in these mounds like this. You don't roll them ever. But there we go.
It does look like we're missing a little bit.
Oh, I'm aware I'm missing stuff. Oh, you got that, or okay?
Yeah.
All right.
I wonder if our GPS tracks are not aligned.
Yeah, they got to be just a hair off, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's my guess, is they're just off just a hair. But either way, guys,
Come on.
we're out here rocking with 2 meters, not even 2 meters. I don't know what that, let's say 2 meters, because I don't know what this is.
A little bit over 2 meters.
A little bit over 2 meters of flower or planting. Normal fields, this takes a long time. These small fields, gonna take a long time. But again, I sound like a broken record. I feel like a broken record. When you have the opportunity to sit down, play the game with somebody else, it makes all these things just so much easier to be able to handle, be able to stand, be able to do any of this. And it's just a great thing to be able to do, to find somebody to sit down, play the game with, rock and roll, talk about the game, talk about things. It's just absolutely spectacular. If you guys have an opportunity, find somebody to go out there and rock and roll with, do a little bit of farming with. It's a great thing. Have lots and lots of fun doing this Taz all the time. I completely enjoy this, and this is what makes it fun. Being able to get out there, do a mind-numbing task of planting 2 meters at a time with somebody else who's out there planting 2 meters at a time. Jeez, I gotta maneuver myself around here a little bit. Get this lined up a little bit better. Maybe I can get it lined up with you. Let's see here if I can do this. There we go. Now slide it over. Perfect. It makes all this stuff make sense. It makes it all worthwhile. It makes it all just feel good. Just feel good about all this stuff. Now, one of the things that we have is these planters. They only hold 500 liters of seed, or potatoes in this case. We're going to go ahead and use the stuff from the Omatana pack. The unfortunate thing is we only had 1,000 liters. Well, 1,009 liters. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. We have 1,009 liters of potatoes that we were able to use here, and that's it. As you can see, I had 500, Taz had 500. We got a lot to go. So I think what we'll probably end up having to do is we'll probably end up having to go to the store and buy some more potatoes. You know, I think my width might be off a little bit, Taz. I think that's part of the problem. Maybe not. We'll try this one more time, see what's going on with this. But we're probably going to end up having to go to the store and buy a couple more potatoes. Now that we know that we're going to do a little bit with potatoes, try a little bit with potatoes, maybe work potatoes into our repertoire of things that we're going to do, things that we're going to rock and roll with, maybe doing this isn't going to be that big of a deal. Maybe we'll be able to go ahead and save some of those potatoes. Instead of making them all into French fries or whatever it is that we're using them for, we'll be able to hold on to a couple of them and make a go at it that way. You know, Taz, I think part of the issue is with playing with GPS, we kind of found this out doing the grapes and olives and whatnot. I think it's the hills that are really kind of pushing the tractor along at a weird angle.
I just made my GPS working, but for only 2 meters.
Okay.
So we'll see how it goes. And so I can save. Okay, I will line up with my planting rows.
Okay.
Later on, and we'll save the track for you.
Perfect. I appreciate it. Oh,
so you
man.
wouldn't have to guess it in the other metric system.
Oh, thank you. Well, metric system, it's going to end up being
not metric.
2 meters, I think,
You're
comes out to
imperial.
be about 5 foot 11 inches, 9 inches, somewhere in there. We'll have to go ahead and check that out. Guys, comment if you know down below. What is the conversion? What is 2 meters in a metric system if you're using my imperial freedom measurement, whatever it is that you want to call it? What is that? Comment down below. Let me know. Oh, man. There we go. Yeah.
Unit system, not metric. But
Yeah, the funny thing is, Taz, is that even though the U.S., we go ahead and pretty much everybody will use anything other than the metric system. Well, how far is that? Well, it's about 4 blocks. Well, how much is that? 4 blocks. It doesn't matter. It's from here to there. Well, how far is that? It's about 200 feet. Or, not 200 feet. It's like 2 football fields away, 2 soccer fields away. You know, it's about 3 stories high. We just will refuse to use the metric system. The fact of the matter is that most people in the U.S. don't realize, but we pretty much use the metric system every single day. We just don't even know it. Like a lot of the pharmaceutical companies in the U.S., they all use the metric system. Our military uses the metric system. It's just most people just don't want to use it. Oh, well, that's all I got. I'm out. How much you got left?
That rack. 70 liters.
Okay.
I'm going down quite fast.
All right, I'm gonna head on back then, so we can go ahead and get some more. Yeah, the metric system is one thing that for countries that go ahead and say that they've adopted the metric system and all that jazz. 100%. You're 100% invested into it. Did you know that there's one metric system thing that has been universally shot down by everybody in the entire world? And that's changing the 24-hour clock to a 10-hour clock.
Oh.
Yeah,
10
no.
hour?
Yeah, 10-hour clock. I don't know how it works. I don't know how it all ends up happening. I don't like it. It feels wrong, and the world is with me on my side. There is a metric time system that nobody in their right mind will ever use.
Where are you
And
going?
what? Seeds, that's right. I'm sorry. I thought we had to go to the shop, Taz. Gosh, I'm sorry.
I
So
think
these
we have seeds in our silo.
we do. I'm pretty sure we do. I was
think
getting so jazzed up about how no one likes the idea of a metric clock because it's just silly. Yeah, but these planters here, they can go ahead and use potatoes or they can use seeds. So you have that going for you. If you don't have potatoes, you can throw seeds in there. Whatever it is that you want to do. I'd be kind of curious to see what the price is for pig food. Nah, pig food probably wouldn't work. I do know they make mods out there where you can get like 5,000 liters of potatoes for 1,000 or 5,000 liters of anything for $1,000. We don't have any of that. We got seeds. See, we can make this rock and roll and have all this end up happening. But I think Taz and I, we're going to keep on rocking with this. We'll get the rest of our field planted, and we'll bring you in if there's a disaster. We'll bring you in if there's a lot of success. So
That filled up fast.
that's only 500 liters, man. I don't even know where I'm going from. No, that's not the right one. Oh, oof, geez, that did fill up fast. Well, let's go get them.
gonna have a lot of explaining and
Yes.
showing off.
There will be explaining that's going to have to happen. Kind of like, what the heck is that? Where'd this come from? Son of a gun. Yeah, so like I told you guys before, there is that potato processing, or that other potato thing. It's actually called the potato processing. It's by HarrisonFork. It's 13.85 megabytes to download and is cross-platform. The potato processing comes with this greenhouse. You betcha. It comes in a large and a small version of it. You know what's really weird about this one? Let's go like this really quick. Let's come inside. Let's take a peek. Let's look at this. Hey, how you doing? It does tomatoes, lettuce, strawberries, cucumbers, peppers, and onions. It doesn't do potatoes. Oh, that's awesome. It does not do potatoes at all. So that's kind of neat. And it does require water to do everything. So you don't need fertilizer and seed and all that other stuff like some of the other, well, like the open garden right here. I guess the open garden works with just water, but you can go ahead and do all these other combinations like seed and solid fertilizer or manure or anything like that to get a better yield. This one doesn't work that way. So that's what we got going on right there. As you guys seen, we had finished the potatoes. Part of the issue that we have with the potatoes is, well, we got to do something with the potatoes. We can't just let them sit there. Taz, did you want to go for a little buggy ride, or what'd you want to do here?
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do this. Oh, okay.
Right.
You were inside and outside. Okay. Perfect. There we go.
Okay.
Now, gotta turn it on. Now we're ready to rock and roll. We also did a couple other things here. We sold...
purchases.
Yep, we sold off our shed that was right here. We ended up getting one of the ones from Alien Jim. And it has the wrench. I'm drawing a blank. It has the wrench in here. Gosh darn, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, the repair. Yeah, the repair trigger and all that jazz. So it doesn't fit as much as we had in here, but it is what it is. It had the repair trigger right in there. And we also put up this little shed over here for some of our implements. It's kind of an open air concept, but it doesn't matter. We needed some place to put our potato. Yeah, it's full already. Taz got a little crazy. But you know what? Taz found the money. Taz, I guess, can just go ahead and spend the money however he darn well pleases. I think that's fair enough to say. Let's keep on going. So that was kind of what we were spending some of the money on. Like I said, potatoes, they're all done. They're set. And we did purchase something else. You might be able to see it over there. If you're familiar with the map, you'll notice that something seems a little out of place. But like I said, that production pack, there's a production building that came along with it. And it's actually this one right up here as we come this way. And we're just going to go like this. I do apologize. We'll have to build a road going through there. It's this guy right here. It looks a lot like the grape processing, which, whatever, it is what it is. But it does more than grape processing. As you can see, the best of the potato. You betcha. What does the best of the potato do? It can make vegetable fat 3 different ways. It can make premium potatoes, French fries, potato gratin, fried potatoes, mashed potatoes, potato soup, paprika chips, potato pancakes, stuffed baked potatoes, potato salad, and croquettes. Croquets? This thing right here. It can make an absolute ton of stuff. So now we have all sorts of options. This is where the onion comes in. It's where let's see, where are some of the other one? The potato soup, where these other production things come in here. The paprika, you need the vegetable fat to go ahead and do all this stuff. We have a purpose for oil in the game now. Guys, you can do something with the oil. This is absolutely cool. This is going to be super slick. It opens up a whole new door for us to be able to go ahead and make different things, try different things. It really is pretty darn cool. I'm excited to get some of our production rocking, get some of the production going, get some of these crops out in the fields that we're working on, get them produced and all that jazz. Maybe we'll go ahead and throw up a couple more. Let's just cut across here again. Maybe we'll go ahead and put up some more greenhouses to really ramp up production. Maybe we'll try this, maybe we'll try that. There's all sorts of stuff that we can go about doing. One thing I would like from you guys, though, is to comment down below. Let me know if there's any production facilities or anything that you'd like to see us go ahead and give a shot. Comment down below. Let us know. If you can, leave a link. That'd be awesome. If you can't, at least give us a good description and where you got the stuff from so we can go ahead and take a peek. But this is pretty darn cool. I think we're moving in the right direction yet again. I feel that way every time I get together here with Taz. Every time we're out here rocking and rolling, doing things, making differences. We got chickens, we got potatoes. I'm smelling something. Maybe Potato Land 2.0. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting a little crazy. But guys, this is just working out absolutely spectacular. We got a little bit of wool cooking over there. We got, oh man, it's just great. It's just great. It doesn't seem like we did a whole heck of a lot, guys, here. But to me, it feels like we changed an absolute ton. And I don't know about you guys, but if you're liking what you're hearing, liking what you're seeing, go ahead and smash that like button. Share this with somebody who you know that likes potatoes. I know I like potatoes quite a bit. Hit that like, guys. Like I said, it'll mean a whole lot. And hit the subscription. Pretty darn cool. And until we see you next time, for myself and Taz, thanks for stopping by.